As if Rockstar was aware, as if they were just waiting for the hot dog bet to be cashed. Boom! As soon as it's done, they actually announce it. GTA 6 is announced as a thing. Now, this is how excited we all are for this game. All they've done is announced that it's a thing. There are literally no details. This logo right here that we're looking at, this is not the logo of the game. This is not a screenshot from the game. This is just what somebody made. Because GTA 6 has finally been announced. And the announcement was, I'm looking up right now exactly when GTA 5 came out. I should have written it down, but I did not. Grand Theft Auto 5 is a 2013 action-adventure game. 2013, it was released on September 17th. So 10 years and 2 months ago, GTA 5 is dropped. 10 years and 3 months after the release of this game is when we're going to get a trailer. This was the entire announcement. This is what got everybody excited. And these are people like, I know people like me who aren't like active gamers that aren't sitting there buying a game, every single weekend, every single time a game comes out. These are maybe people who haven't purchased a game in 8 years because of how long it's been since GTA 5 came out. But this is all we got. This was 2 days ago. Rockstar, they put out a series of tweets. They also released something on the Rockstar Newswire. And they said, we are very excited to let you, I bet you should feel how we feel. To let you know that in early December, we will release the first trailer for the next Grand Theft Auto. Now, they don't even say GTA 6. They say the first trailer for the next Grand Theft Auto. If they do some horse you-know-what and drop a trailer for like GTA 5 stories or like a spit, because, they used to do that. After GTA 3, they did that. After GTA 4, they did that. Where they would have like spin-off games, whether it be Vice City Stories, San Andreas. They had a whole bunch. And these spin-off games were great, but we weren't waiting 10 and a half years. We weren't creating a generation of people between these games. The first trailer for the next Grand Theft Auto. We look forward to many more years of sharing these experiences with all of you. Of course, they say many more years because that announcement was made to celebrate the 25th anniversary of Rockstar Games as a company that was really built on this GTA franchise. Grand Theft Auto 1 comes out, and it came out for PlayStation 1. I got it. It was awesome, but it didn't even take advantage of the graphics on PlayStation 1. It basically had Nintendo graphics. It was like all aerial shots. You were looking, it almost looked like a GPS map, but not even as good as most GPS maps are now. And you'd have these little pixelated cars running around, or you would get out, and it would just be like a little pixelated person, like Mario almost, except not head on, overshot, way up, no real detail. And then you'd either get like a gun or the flamethrower was the best. You get a flamethrower, you'd see the monks walking down the street, you flamethrower them. The graphics weren't great. The story wasn't great, but it was fun. That made all the difference in the world. It was fun. Grand Theft Auto 2 comes out. It's very similar to Grand Theft Auto 1. Slight improvements in the graphics. GTA 3 is the first game that came out where it was like more what we're used to now. That kind of open world. I'm playing as this character. I can go shoot people. I can go steal cars. GTA 4 changed the game again. And then GTA 5, of course, was a revolution. They're in LA. You can get on the highway. You can go spot to spot. So we all lose our minds. Because 10 years and 3 months, we've got an announcement for a trailer. Now, we know nothing, right? There are rumors, and this is what the fake logo is based on. There are rumors that the game is going to take place in Miami. There are some rumors that it's going to start in Miami and then expand. Like, we can't even get, there were leaks. I want to say, 2-3 months ago, and we still have no kind of clarity on what this thing is going to be. Because depending on what you read, some people say, wow, it's going to be the most expansive map that they've ever done by a mile, right? You're going to start in Miami, but there's going to be multiple cities. And then other rumor reports are like, it's not going to be that big of a map, but it's going to be much more dense. There's going to be a lot more, like, you can go indoors. It wasn't that much indoors in GTA 5, 10 years and 3 months ago. There wasn't that much indoor activity. Now, there's going to be a map that won't be as big as you think, but there'll be so much going on in it. Nobody has any idea. We're just assuming it's probably Miami. I mean, it's probably not going to be New York or Los Angeles. They just did both those cities. And so you go back and say, well, what else have they done? Vice City Stories, obviously everybody loves that. It's like Scarface the game. So they're going to make it like that. And video games have come a long way. I've been playing Spider-Man. Spider-Man 2 comes out not 10 years and 3 months after Spider-Man 1. We got Spider-Man 1 and Spider-Man 2 since GTA 5 has come out. And they added Queens. Not only do we have Manhattan, we can go to across the river. We can go to Queens. It's incredible. So they've got a lot to live up to. I mean, speaking of Spider-Man 2, it was like $70 or whatever to buy that game. That's another question people have about GTA. How much is it going to cost? Are we looking at a game that's going to cost $60, $70? Are we looking at a game that's going to cost $100, $120? I'm sure they're going to have some kind of deluxe package that everybody's going to think that they need to get. What's going to happen to GTA Online? I think this is high speculation. This is put your tinfoil hat on and get conspiratorial. But some people believe that one of the reasons why this game has been delayed so much is because they've been making so much money off GTA 5. The GTA 5 online user base is still huge. That game is getting updated all the time. There are people who are, doing their little micro purchasing. Ooh, these game companies, they love micro purchasing. And I don't mean buying the guy from Dirty Jobs. I mean micro. So is that going to stay alive? Are they going to incorporate it into GTA 6? Are they going to shut it down and restart a GTA Online community? I don't know. It's going to be a risk, right? It's going to be tough. I think WWE 2K did that. People weren't happy that they shut down the online support for the last game because they wanted everybody to port over to the new game. But the last game was 10 years and 3 months ago. So I never got into the online thing. I like just existing in the world. But even from Rockstar Games itself as a company, the open world genre, technology, whatever, not only has it been vastly improved by games like Spider-Man, but when you look at like Red Dead Redemption, people love Red Dead Redemption. And one of those is because you can ride your little horsey across all the Great Plains. The world is so large, it's expansive, everything looks good. I don't know, man. Maybe they're going to emphasize the online portion of this game when it comes out as opposed to waiting a while. Maybe they won't. Maybe they'll figure everybody will buy it at first and then we'll get everybody hooked on the online thing. There are rumors that Joe Rogan's going to be in this game on the radio. That you'll be able to, it's going to be one of the radio stations. It's just going to be Joe Rogan podcasts. Wouldn't it be wild if they're original? Like if Joe Rogan has just been cutting podcasts this whole time. Like it's not his library. He's just been cutting original podcasts to exist within Vice City or wherever this game is taking place. And he's got guests on it that are relevant to the game. You know how back in the day, all the radio stations, Laszlo was doing all those. He was a genius at them too. He had radio personalities, commercials, the whole thing that were specifically about the city that you were in, whether it was Liberty City, whether it was wherever, San Andreas. And it revolved around characters that existed in that universe and situations that existed in that universe. What if Rogan if he actually is going to be one of these radio stations, has been cutting podcasts with people from Rockstar as like, you know, he's like hanging with the mayor of Vice City or do it, because it would make way more sense if Rogan exists in the game. It's going to make way more sense to have podcasts that are exclusive to whatever universe this is in, as opposed to just taking podcasts that already exist and putting them in this game, because this game doesn't exist in the world that we live in. Because if it did, you wouldn't be able to do any of the fun stuff. You can't. I mean, I don't know, man. I'm excited. But what if and what if they blow it, right? What if they go like, oh, but it's going to take place in the 1940s. And you're like, the 1940s? Why did anybody want a GTA from the 1940s? I don't know, man. I don't know. But I'm very excited about it. I can't wait. Until this thing comes out, until the trailer drops, until any of it. Because then we're going to be able to do this whole thing again. Once the trailer drops, we're going to be able to do this whole thing again about how, okay, let's analyze scene by scene and everything. It's going to be great. I'm going to be able to add it to my repertoire. Spider-Man 2, Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Although it's also like the trailer comes out in December. What does that mean? Even optimistically, people are going like fall of 2024. I mean, if they really want to knock people off their socks, knock your socks off. They go like, hey, here's the trailer. By the way, the game's out for Christmas. That would be nuts. If they drop the trailer and the game's out for Christmas, now everybody's going crazy trying to get copies of this game, even though you don't have to get copies of the game. You can just download it on PlayStation. If they go, here's a trailer for the game, by the way, on December 24th at midnight, so the 25th, Christmas Day, you can download it in a PlayStation store. Or what happens if they sign it exclusively? It's PC only. What? No, but I think realistically, we're not getting it for Christmas, obviously. I think realistically, I mean, it sounds right? Everybody's kind of pointing towards around September of 2024. And that'll make it so that, like, the first wave will be everybody that buys it right away for the fall. And then once everybody finds out how cool it is and it becomes the game that you have to have, because that's what GTA 5 was. GTA 5 was that game that whether you played games or not, like there were people who didn't have PlayStations. They didn't have any video games at all in their house, that they're like, I have to buy a console so I can get the game. And that, I think, is what will come out for Christmas. And that'll be what the sort of Christmas offering is for GTA 6. I would imagine that there will be like decked out PlayStation 5s that you buy the console and it comes with the game. So like customized GTA PlayStation 5 so that way you can get it for somebody or for yourself that doesn't even have a system, but just knows that everybody has at that point been waiting for this game for 11 years. They couldn't even put it out this September. How clean would it have been if GTA 6 had come out in September and they were like 10 years removed, a decade. 1 decade later, here's the next game. Look at how much progress has been made in 10 years. But instead, the best we're going to get is 11. 11 years?